I am live and I cannot see anything. Oh, okay. I can see. There is. There is nobody on this stream. But anyway, I thought I'd go on here just to address a couple of questions that people have been asking. I thought it would be easier to do it that way. So if you're there, hey Maria, hey James, oh my gosh, you guys showed up for me. Hey Jarian, yay! I'm so grateful to you guys for showing up. Oh, cool. So I know, right? Ain't that funny? Hey Angela, oh wow, thanks for coming. Oh, you guys. So I just thought I'd try this out because I am trying to be more, on YouTube and put more stuff out, but it's not easy putting content out. And I know for sure that I'm going to do a video for Wednesday, but I thought, hey, let me do this. So since you guys were here, I said, maybe y'all might have some questions or something that you might like me to answer. Just stuff about things that I talk about on my videos, obviously, because since this is not the classroom setting, I can't do exactly what's in the classroom. But anyway, if you are familiar with some of the topics in my videos, I know the last one that I did, you guys, I was so tired that last video I did, I didn't even finish it. It was really over over 11 minutes and I had to cut a lot of it out because I didn't have time to edit it. So anyway, there's, I wish I should try and send a notification to, that's what happens when you have live. I got my kids walking around. I should try and send a notification to some of the people who were emailing me because they like to ask a lot of questions too. So anyway, what you guys doing with your Sunday? Anything going on this Sunday? I haven't really been doing much of anything. I've been driving Uber and Lyft all weekend. So now I'm just here chilling, trying to relax, get ready for the week because it's going to be a long week. So you making soap? Ooh, nice. That's what I need to do. I've been buying my soap from Sprouts because the soap I'm telling you, it's crazy, Angela. Any kind of soap that I use breaks me out. So if I'm not using something like, I try to use like volcanic, how do you say it? Volcanic soap. And also, you mixing formulas, James? Cool. It's a lot of people doing that this weekend. And you've been researching some spiritual things, huh, Jarian? Wow. Cool. Have you guys, I don't know if anybody else is having like some of the same issues I have, but like regular soaps, like say like shower gels and all that, they make me, my skin is sensitive to all that. So yeah, I try to buy stuff, Oh, and I also love African black soap. I order it off Amazon. Only thing with that is you got to refrigerate it. Natural stuff, It can get mold. Let's see, in the winter if it's not too cold. Oh, if it's too cold outside, how else can I get grounded? What other things can I do? Oh, that's a good question, Maria. If it's too cold outside, how else can we get grounded? You could still get grounded outside if you use some moccasins. Like, the early I don't want to say settlers. How about the Native Americans, right? That's what they wore because they lived here and it was cold. And that's what they used, moccasins. Okay, let's see. Angela, you use, the preservatives that's what it irritates my skin to no end. Cool, Maria. That's a good question, Maria. I never thought about that. But yeah, the moccasins will still allow you to absorb the electrons through the, the concrete. Because, you don't have to go in the grass. You can still conduct the electrons through your feet as long as you don't have the wrong kind of material blocking the electrons coming through. So yeah, this is kind of cool. For now, let's see. I know I hate being cold. Me too, Maria. That's like, I don't know if you know, Maria, but I'm from Chicago and I hate being cold. I was in Las Vegas for the past 7 years, and it was just that triple degree weather was like a bit much for me. That was crazy. So now I'm in the Atlanta area, which is like a nice little in between. So I don't have to deal with the double digits below zero in the winter like Chicago. And then in Vegas was just, you couldn't get nothing done. That was too much. Okay. Yep. So, man, so you know what? I used to try to do that. Let me see. You hate being cold too. It's hot. Oh man, y'all got that bipolar weather right now, huh, Jarian? Yeah, that's crazy. I know. I used to. Have any of you guys ever tried making soap? I tried making soap with Castile soap, Dr. Bonner's, and I would add little different things to my mix. The only thing that I don't really like too much about the Castile soap, now, Angela, let me know if you notice this too, but does it leave a certain residue on your shower floor or bathtub or whatever? That used to, that was the only thing I hated about using anything with Castile soap. And also, what else did that really bad was like glycerin. If you added glycerin to your stuff, like you really be up in there scrubbing with, because that's all I clean with. I clean with baking soda and vinegar. I do not use stuff that's gonna get in our skin and in our pores, and also to the fumes, because my kids are sensitive anyway with allergies and asthma. So yeah, you said you haven't used it. Okay. And Maria, I have a few books on making soap. I haven't. Yeah, it's, you know what? My friend actually got me started on that. And she's not even into like herbalism and stuff, but she gave me some really good recipes for soaps. She gave me some recipes for bath bombs, and she gave me recipes for like your own homemade Febreze, because me and her been doing essential oils for a long time. As a matter of fact, when I started doing essential oils with doTERRA, she was one of the first ones who joined in with me. So yeah, baking soda and vinegar. But let me tell you one thing, Maria. Guess what? I bought one of them spray bottles so I can have, just like my own little homemade stuff under the bathroom sink, right? Oh my goodness, I totally forgot about science projects when you were in middle school and high school, because if you put the vinegar in there and you try to pour baking soda in, you about to have a volcano. So don't even bother pouring the baking soda in the bottle. Just keep your vinegar in the bottle handy. Let that be your cleaner, and keep a box of baking soda, the big size of the Arm & Hammer, handy. And then spray, and then pour, and spray and pour. That's how you have to do it. Jerry, and bleach. Hey, I still use bleach, so don't feel bad. I do. I use bleach. I feel like bleach is very necessary. Yes, Maria, white vinegar for sure. And Angela, you said you use organic oils and water. Lye. Oh, lye? You use lye? Oh, cool. My sister-in-law tried to tell me about that because she makes her own detergent, and I think that's what she uses is lye. I love essential oils, Angela. I've really, really been into those for a really long time. The lye cooks out. Okay. To give the video. Oh, Maria, thank you. She's so sweet. She's like my moderator in here. I got a friend who has a YouTube on here. She's the one who really started showing me the ropes. And she goes live all the time to get hours or whatever. Cause I'm far from that. I'm not nowhere near where they are, where you need the hours and the amount of followers for whatever reason. I guess maybe to start making money on YouTube or something, or I don't know, to get special privileges. And they have all these people in there when I'm in her live stream, giving messages like that. So, woo, thank you, Maria. But yeah, y'all would not believe how good that baking soda and vinegar is. I used that to clean the scum off my oven one time. Because you know how sometimes when you cooking something and then if it boils over before you get to it, especially if it had the top on it. So yeah, if you boil something and it spills over, how it hardens if you don't get to it right away, and the fire didn't get put out by whatever boiled over, so now the fire is baking whatever it is that's on the eye of your stove. And so yeah, the baking soda and vinegar, as soon as you spray it, after you turn it off, of course, you spray the vinegar in there real good until it's a nice little puddle in there. And then when you pour the baking soda in, it starts fizzling, and you just scrub right through it with a sponge, and it comes off just like that. You don't even need all that serious oven cleaner or none of that stuff. That baking soda and vinegar is so good, y'all. I started using it on my 8-year-old in his bath. He'd be like, "It's cold, you spraying me." I be spraying all on him. I spray him down, looking like that. What does that say? What does Maria talk about? What does that mean? But yeah, so I do like it. It actually, it's so healthy. I've always said if you can't ingest it, then you might not want to put it on your skin. But if it's something that you can eat, and it's okay if it's on her YouTube channel. Oh, Maria, I don't think Maria, do you have a YouTube channel, Maria? I think that she, I'm not sure if she has videos, if you're doing videos. If you are, let us know. Let us know, Maria. I think I'm pretty sure I'm following you. So yeah, but you guys, let's all follow each other, the ones from the class and whoever else, you're more than welcome. But since y'all see each other's YouTube, what you call it, YouTube handle or something, I don't know what you call it, our names. But yeah, so since I realized that, we know that distilled white vinegar is safe, and we know that, who has a channel? Who did I say? Let me see. Let me see. Who's on here? Maria Jarian. Oh, I think I was talking about was you talking about my friend? She taught me stuff, but she don't have a channel. She ain't even big into social networking, if that's who you're talking about. Or look, I forgot what I said. I might have said somebody had a channel that I was watching. I did, huh? Please refresh my memory. Why can't I talk? Hi, Aunt Jack, and who else? Yeah, hey, thanks for joining. I'm so glad you're here. If you have any questions, let me know. Jerry, my brain is fried. I need to take some supplements. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Oh, that's Jackie. Is that Jackie? Is that Jackie, girl? So anyway, what was I saying? Man, y'all, that's crazy. I put the vinegar on my son in his bath because y'all know how little boys are. Oh my gosh, y'all know how little boys are. They do not like to take a bath or a shower. So when you finally get them in there, if you only wash them one time and then you try to towel dry them, they're going to start having all that skin rubbing off. They're going to have them little, the dead skin rubbing off on the towel. Yep. So, and who else? I'm trying to think who that is. That's so funny. But yeah, so I spray him with vinegar, and then I sprinkle some baking soda on him, and then I suds up his little, the little, poof or whatever you call it. And then I fuzz it up with his soap, and then I start scrubbing his skin through the vinegar and the baking soda. Yep. Gets clean every time. Ain't no more residue after that. Because I'm telling you, y'all ain't. Maria, I know you got a little girl, honey. You fortunate. These boys, they will go funky for days and make you faint. But so let me see. So my oldest is 14. When I had him, I remember trying to nurse him, and it was painful starting off. He was my first child, and we was trying to get it right, Jarian, because you a boy, you got brothers. Okay, so when I was nursing him, it was painful. So, when you're nursing, you would need this stuff. Yeah, Jarian. They had this stuff called lanolin. And I remember purchasing it at the advice of like one of the little lactate nurse specialists, or what are they called? Those nurses in the hospital. So she told me about that. So I tried it, right? And I put it on because when you get that sore, you can actually, tend to, the skin can break, and that junk hurts. So when you put it on, they say that it's safe to still nurse the baby. So once I found that out, I think it could be, because later on, I found out later that it's not really something that you really want to put up with. The more you learn, the more you tend to evolve. So yeah, back then I was like, oh honey, this stuff is everything, because they said that it's still safe for the child to nurse, even if you have it, if you're wearing it. So I was like, oh, well, if it's safe, then guess what? I'm going to use it. If it's safe for my child to ingest it, then that means it's safe for his skin, because he had eczema at the time. And so sure enough, it helped. But yeah, I did stop using that. And I can't remember exactly if it's because, I don't know if it's from sheep. I do know that it was not supposed to be like petroleum jelly, even though it was much, much, much thicker than Vaseline or petroleum jelly. But I do know that petroleum jelly, back in the days of the Oprah show, I don't know if y'all seen that episode where, a child had got a hold to that stuff. Let me see. What did I do to help his eczema? Okay. That was back then. Now he's 14 now, Maria. But back then, what I used was a product that had Melaleuca in it. So you probably know what product it is, because I literally just said it, even though I'm not supposed to be promoting stuff on here. But yeah, so it was a lotion that they had, and it helped. And I know that they put Melaleuca in every single one of their products, which is the same thing as tea tree oil. So once I had my second child is when I started learning about essential oils. So then I started just doing everything just with those instead of those products that they use it in. Because you guys, guess what? I'm the type of person, let me just I can describe it best this way. I could tell you about my older brother. I remember my dad used to get mad at my older brother because he would always, whenever he would buy him a new bike or something like that, my brother always wanted to take it all apart, take all the pieces apart and put it back together. And that's how I am when it came to stuff like, protein shakes and supplements and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to know what every ingredient was, because I'm like, how come I got to spend all this money for protein in this product, and then you want me to buy something else in this product and this product and that product, and I have to buy this whole line with you. And by that time, I'm spending like hundreds of dollars. And y'all seen my I know y'all seen my Facebook about Juan, what he lost in 2 weeks, no, 2 months. Juan lost $200 in 2 months. Instead of weight, his before picture was the same as his after picture. So it's like, you're paying all this money for these supplements. And it's like, why can't I just make it myself? Right, Jarian? Like I know you saw that post. So I would look at the ingredients. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to break this down and make it myself. I'm going to find out how much recommended daily allowance I need for like protein and sodium and potassium and magnesium and calcium and all that kind of stuff. And that's what got me interested in making my own products. So I literally started to buy my ingredients one by one, and I would make my own shake. And I saved so much money because I would just buy the things that I needed off of Amazon. And then I was good. I was like, I don't need to be paying these people, this big name people, and they want me to recruit folks and they're taking all my money. And I'm not really like, it works, but you have to jump through hoops for it to work. When you can just get your own ingredients and you can put however much in it you need. So you save a lot of money that way. But yeah, so that's how I started doing that, with like supplements and stuff. And you guys, it's really simple once you just start figuring out like, okay, what the body needs for each, situation or each illness, or even if you just say like you just want to work out, So Jarian, that's why I was talking to you a little bit about creatine. So yeah, but so yeah, you just put your mind to it, guys. It's like so much that we can do on our own. That's why I love the fact that Angela is making soap, and I need to get back into it myself. I just need to figure out a way to do it where it's not going to, even though it's not aggravating my skin, it's aggravating my psyche when I see that little residue on the on the bottom of the bathtub every time I use it. But yeah, what else was I talking about? So yeah, my son had eczema, but actually both of my kids had eczema. And that essential oil was the main thing that really started helping my kids. And then I just tried to be real careful about making sure that I didn't put anything on their skin that they couldn't eat. So we use coconut oil for everything in this house. We put it on our hair. We put it on our face after we, wash our faces in the morning. We put it on our skin. The only thing I do need to get better. I need to make like a hand cream. That's what I was just going to say, Angela. I need to make a hand cream because as you get older, your hands start to age, and that ain't cool. I'm like Wendy Williams. We need to moisturize up in here. So that's one thing that I do buy. And I have to say that ever since I've been losing weight, because I lost like over 50 pounds now. So ever since it accelerated since I moved here to Atlanta, I've lost 20 more. The last 20 pounds that I've lost has been since I lived here in Atlanta. So the closer you get to your weight goal, the longer it tends to take to, shed pounds. That is so good, Maria. Oh my gosh, girl. Did you become vegan, Maria? Coconut is a forearm. How did you say that? Ketogenic scale? It's not good for the face. Oh, okay. So coconut oil isn't good for the face. Okay. No, I was talking about the other word. Let me see. My nose is running. I made a blister under my nose. Yeah, I hit it with the cayenne. Oh, I know that burned, Jaren, because it was already burning if it blistered. But it stopped the spreading instantly. Oh, wow. I didn't know it would do that too. They do. You know what? I remember Kareem's video where he said that, was it in his video where he said it'll stop the bleeding if you waiting on an ambulance or something? It didn't burn? What? Intermittent fasting, Maria. Yes, girl. Ooh, child. Yep, less than a year. Intermittent fasting plus vegan. Ooh, your body was happy. Your body was happy. That is so good. I try to do intermittent fasting, but sometimes I fail at not eating late because of how busy my days are, but that's no excuse. Lately, my best friend, y'all, is red raspberry leaf tea. Oh my goodness. And that helps me when I know that I'm having that. For me, that's a treat because it makes me feel so good. Like I feel like I have endorphins running through my body. You gonna do raw vegan, Jarian? Because you're vegan now, aren't you? I think you're vegan. So you're gonna try raw vegan. Wow. Jarian, tell me about Jarian and Maria. How was that for you guys? Getting past the initial struggle of what do I eat? Did you like buy recipes or take anybody's vegan challenges or anything like that? I took a vegan challenge of a girl that I was on Facebook with and on Instagram with. Her name is Ashley Amanda, and she goes under the handle Crazy Urban Vegan. And I love her recipes, but I didn't stick with her recipes because for one, my son broke my tablet that they were on. But how did you, I know initially when you become vegan, it's like, oh my God, what do I eat? But what I started doing was I started getting used to having the same meals I have always had all my life, minus the meat. So it was still good to have like the green beans, the potatoes, and I would even do like vegan forms of cornbread, and just enjoy everything except the meat. But like sometimes you just, I don't know, like you have to really stick with it, get used to it. And you have to, I think that journaling for me is like the best way to stick to things. Yeah. Oh, I'm not familiar with this, y'all, yet. So let me see. Sometimes this live video will remove comments. So sorry about that. I know I didn't do it, but I guess it automatically does it. So a comment got held for a review. Angela, what do you use for moisturizer? You make your own, I'm sure. I'm sure do you use coconut oil or do you use some of the other oils? What do you use to for your moisturizers? Let's see, Jaren, you said you just jumped straight in. You look things up. Okay. Yeah, you took the meat out of everything you ate. So you still ate like what everybody else was eating at home, but you just took the meat out. Finally staying at a stable weight. Okay. Plant-based. Okay. Fruit. Oh my. I love the way my body responds. Y'all know what? I used to think these people was fanatic. And I'm like, what the heck? When I first heard of fruitarian, I'm like, okay, all right, okay. I gave y'all vegan. We knew about vegetarian growing up, but I was like, okay, I understand vegan, but fruitarian? Until I tried it, you become a superhero. Fruit all summer, nothing cooked. Woo! So tell me, Angela, tell me about your energy during that. When you did that, tell me about your energy. You make body butter. Okay, cool. Yeah, body butter is really, really, really good. You the only vegan, Jarian? You are the only vegan in your family. I remember you said you was trying to get your dad to try to change his habits. Fruits are easier on the stomach. Oh my goodness, yes. Man, they're so much easier on the stomach because the stomach doesn't even have to do much to digest them. The fruits are pretty much digested as soon as you chew them and they hit the stomach acid. I know it. I know your energy was great. You know what? That kind of energy is almost inexplicable. That kind of energy is, y'all know what happened to me? I had so much energy that I was literally on the floor scrubbing baseboards because I had nothing else to do with my energy. So after you clean and there's nothing else to clean and you're like scrubbing baseboards and stuff, like that's how much energy I had. And working out, let's not even talk about working out. Your dad don't want to, huh? You know what? Our parents be setting their age, setting their ways, setting their age too. Let's see. So you juice. Oh my goodness, yes. You know what? I used to do the sea moss so much more often. Angela, you look so good. You look so good. You can tell that you do the sea moss all the time. And I love how you reminded me of the fact that you blend it. Because I forgot all about that. I forgot about blending it. And I just boiled mine and then took the gel afterwards, once it hardened. No, I am not vegan, Maria. I need to be. I need to be vegan. You know what? I've toyed with vegan for the past 5 years, off and on. And my body doesn't like, there's still a lot of things that I don't do. I don't even really I hardly ever have beef. It's rare that I have beef. Even chicken. I don't even eat chicken that much. And then I stopped buying products. Like I don't bring cheese in the house for the boys. Well, I take it back. Sometimes I'll let them have like pizza or whatever. But, I make sure that I take care of their stomach afterwards. And then, but like I stopped buying, I don't buy dairy for my kids. I don't buy milk. I don't purchase like cheese slices for sandwiches and things. And those things I had stopped doing for a while. The only problem that I have when I don't eat like a vegan is if I'm like out with friends or eating socially or whatever. I just kind of tend to eat whatever's on the menu, even though I could, order like some fries with pico de gallo on them, stuff like that. Like I learned from Crazy Urban Vegan. I need to get better. I need to get better at that because even though I'm losing weight, I can tell that my body responds better when I just leave it 100% alone, all of the dairy and stuff and meat. There's a brother who has a book on Amazon called Ty's Conscious Kitchen CV. Oh, okay. Positive vibes. Oh, it's so good to have you, Positive Vibes. You need to meet Maria. You guys are about the same age and have the same goals. And Maria, I don't know, Positive Vibes, if you saw some of her comments, she lost 70 pounds. She's doing so good. And she's vegan. And so they're talking a little bit about some of the things that help them. Let's see. You have to find what works for you. Yes. Do you guys follow, let's see. There's some good people on Instagram. Let's see, I need to do that. My sea moss I had for a while is dry. Yeah. You know what? It takes a while for it to go bad. If it's dry, you can re-soak it, Jarian. As long as it's still good, or if it has an expiration date on the package, just check it out. I'm trying to eat meat at most 3 times a week. Okay, that's good. So you narrowed it down. I will tell you this, Positive Vibes. Soon as you give it up, when you give it up for a good long time and you try to eat it, let me tell you, you guys, one day I took my kids we went out to breakfast. I had bacon, My body said, Do you know that just from that, like the uric acid was like, no, you're not going to get up and walk easily. I'm going to cause pain in your ankles right now. And that was from having bacon one morning. What? I was like, wait a minute. So when you start giving stuff up, your body doesn't, it doesn't like for you to renege. Let me move this notification out the way. Let's see. Plant-based, yep, my ultimate goal. Trying to stay away from dairy, yeah. Processed sugar, yes. Your husband is having a hard time giving up meat. Yeah, it can be hard. It can be hard because old habits are, they're hard to break. So, and then you just have to be creative with food, with recipes. Once you can get creative, then that will help you to kind of like, stave off your hunger. Because your hunger is all about, you eat with your eyes before you eat with your stomach. It's what you see. You said, oh, you used to. Jarian, I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it is. Oh gosh. I used to love honey buns. I used to eat them like crazy, and they probably gave me headaches too. I'm still laughing at your comment, Jarian, on my video about how you got sick and had a headache because you was eating what you wasn't supposed to eat. That happens to the best of us. Jarian, when that happens, get you some chia seeds and put them in some water, and then let it sit for a good 20 minutes, shake it up real good, and then drink that down. And hopefully that should help your headache go away. Positive vibes, you said. Trying to cut processed meats, dairy, processed sugars, 80% alkaline at least. Yep, that's true. Kareem is my goodness, you guys, he's a wealth of knowledge. So yeah, when he said try to eat at least 80% alkaline, that's a win-win. If you can do that, then you're over the hill. Yeah, they can, Jarian. Jarian, you know what my mother used to tell me? Because my mother had asthma and allergies real bad, and then it skipped a generation and it went to my kids. But she told me that if you are allergic to something, once you find out you're allergic to it because you had some type of allergic reaction or whatever, and if you try to go back to it and do it again, each reaction is going to be worse than the last. And it could really harm you or possibly kill you. So even though we don't consider ourselves allergic to some of these foods, really that is an allergy when our body rejects it by having all those reactions to it. So yeah, gotta be careful. And Angela, you made some coconut. Oh my goodness, that sounds good. I need to learn how to cook from you, Angela. That sounds good. Because see, the kind of stuff I know how to cook is, down home, soul food. And I'm not trying to really eat like that no more. So sometimes I will still cook for myself like that, but like the vegan way. So if I want to make myself some greens, I don't use no ham hocks. Y'all know what I used to like, I got so happy about using until I realized it had soy in it, was Bragg amino acids. I love that in my greens. It helps to take away missing meat in my greens. But it does have a little soy. So, if you can have things in moderation, and as long as you know that it's not you know, genetically modified or whatever. But that's why I was saying before, you guys, our bodies are so resilient and we can live and deal with almost any environment. We can survive in almost any environment. We just adapt. That's all. We just adapt. So if you are really good about, let's say you have 10 things that your body cannot have. If you have those, all 10 of those things, it's a wrap. But if you have one or two, you know, you can get by. But you don't want to do it all the time and on a regular basis because it can build up. But if you want your greens every now and then with a little bit of amino acids, that's the point I'm getting at. Man, that sounds good. I'm still stuck on this curry red potato soup. Yes. You know what, Angela? I'm going to have to try and make that. Positive vibes, you said the chocolate. Yes, honey, the chocolate honey buns. Oh, yes, that soup sounds good. My goodness. You can remix your down-home food. Yeah, so that's what I usually do. I usually remix it. And I just make it for me. My kids don't really, you know, they're like funny. This is what I really like to do. We eat a lot out of my NutriBullet. We get a lot out of my NutriBullet. So that's how I try to keep us healthy. DeKalb Farmers Market. I gotta get there. I haven't been there yet. Oh my gosh, I gotta get there. Raw vegan because the meat replacements. Oh my gosh, I don't like you know what? I never did eat the meat replacements. I tried them and I didn't like them. So I never did stay trying the meat replacements. And I hated the cheese replacements. Like Daya, is that what it's called? Daya and all that stuff. Like, to me, it reminded me of fake processed cheese, imitation cheese. When you cook with it, like if you tried to make a casserole and stuff, you know, I'm gonna try not to say the words because I don't want to subliminally put no thoughts in nobody's head, and then they're gonna be like, "Ooh, I think I'm ready to eat." But anyway, like when you make certain dishes with those cheeses, and that junk don't melt, and it still be looking like the way it came out the package. If you had that shredded cheese, imitation cheese. Because back in the day when I was younger and we still ate Hamburger Helper and stuff like that, you know. But when I used to make stuff like that, you can see that the shreds still looked like little shreds instead of melting over your casserole, you know. What was that? So to me, the vegan cheeses reminded me of that. I was like, I'm good. And then I tried to do the whole nut cheese thing. And now I'm like, I'm good with that too. So guess what? I can just do without. And I like to make creamy things out of like coconut milk or, you know, things that I know have worked for us. So that's what I'll like make a sauce out of that. And, you know, my boys think that it's kind of cheesy. You know, it looks kind of like Alfredo to them when I put it on, you know, their stuff. Yeah, to get some gumbo. Oh, especially where you live, Jarian. Man, I drove through there from Texas coming to Atlanta. Your girlfriend recently made a vegetarian soup a few days ago. It was so good. That sounds good. I love soup. I should just live off soup. I love soup. And then too, my NutriBullet, do you know I never used the hot part where you can make soup? Whole Foods. Yep. Carrots, bell peppers, zucchini, garlic, vegetable broth, celery, mushrooms. Sounds delicious. I am in a town called Ackworth, which you probably know. I'm all talking about a town called Ackworth. I don't know nothing about Atlanta. Positive vibes, mushrooms, Cajun seasoning. Oh yeah, I love Cajun seasoning. But you know what? I bought some one time and it gave me a headache every time I used it. So I probably had like a bad one. But also, too, if it had MSG, maybe that's what gave me the headache. But this sounds good. Mushrooms, garlic, tomato, and other seasonings. Oh, butternut squash. Do y'all know I was so scared of butternut squash because of trying to cut it? I finally got some good knives. Yes, gumbo. Oh my gosh, I love gumbo. I love gumbo minus the okra. Yeah, don't that sound good, Maria? Gumbo is so good, and I love shrimp. You guys, this is why I have a hard time going vegan, because I love fish and shrimp. I love it. I will try to eat it every day if I could, and I'm probably having a mercury overload right now. You're in Decatur. Okay. You're working right now. Okay. Now, I'm not sure how far that is. I don't know where. Do you know what I have to do, Angela, all the time? I always type in my phone, how far is the drive from Ackworth, Georgia to whatever city in Georgia? Because everything is an hour away, minimum. Georgia is so spread out. Oh, you make seasoning at work, Jarian? Wow. It'd be a lot of processed stuff, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, that seasoning, that one seasoning gave me a headache. Ooh, child, but let me tell you. So let me check. So here's one of my favorite dishes that I have to find a substitute for. I used to love cheesy grits. And I'm not talking about like American cheese. I'm not talking about cheddar cheese. That's delicious too. And I love sharp cheddar, but I haven't had none in a very long time because I really don't eat that much cheese. It's very rare, like unless I'm out, like going out. But my favorite dish, y'all, was Philly cream cheese in my grits. And then I would use that Cajun seasoning and some sauteed shrimp and have my shrimp and grits. That was my favorite. So yeah, I haven't done that in a really long time with the cream cheese. But before I moved, a little bit before I moved, I would do the shrimp and grits and the Cajun seasoning. And I was like, well, let me just put a little less. If I put a little less of the seasoning, maybe I won't get a headache. But it gave me a headache every time I used any of it at all. So eventually I just stuck to the fresh cracked black pepper and the salt, the Celtic sea salt. I keep this with me everywhere I'm at because I put it in my water. I've been putting that in my water for years. About 45 minutes away. Okay. Yeah, everything in moderation. Yep. Fish and shrimp. Yep, that's it. That's what I love. That's my downfall. And I don't just eat the kind of fish that's supposed to be good, you know, for people like us who's trying to be a little better. I eat what I shouldn't be eating, like catfish. I feel like, you know how babies be when they start learning how to grab stuff, and you be trying to race them. Eventually they get faster and faster because they get wind of the fact that, okay, if I'm not quick enough, mommy's gonna grab it before me, and you be grab. So that's how I feel. Like I feel like I'm going down grabbing, like y'all taking all my meat from me. I need some fish. A short candida detox. Oh yeah. No, I haven't really. Well, you know what? Positive vibes. I guess you can say yes. I do. Yes. Fast or cleanse. I do. That's exactly what I do. And that's how I keep my weight down, because they will try to tell you. You guys, I've been involved with a lot of this type of stuff for like all my life. So when I was in my 20s, I remember wanting to always use stuff to help me use the bathroom. But I remember there was always limitations on it. And they would always say, be careful with senna. And there's so many things that you're not supposed to take regularly. You need to put limits on it, because if not, your body is going to become dependent upon it, which is true. But with the type of stuff that they try to feed us today, we have to have help. I don't care if you are dependent upon it, because guess what? I'd rather you take something for the rest of your life as a supplement that's going to keep you moving, as long as it is not stripping you of everything you have. And it's not like you would need it every day. Like Positive Vibes said, when you fall off is when you need it. And you don't always fall off. You dust yourself off and you get back up and you keep going, you know? So when you do take these supplements, all you have to do is just replenish your body with probiotics and things that your body needs, like aloe vera, that helps. I was trying to tell some of my some of the people that I've been helping, like through emails and stuff, with like if they have problems, digestional problems, then I would tell them that basically they just have to realign their intestines or their stomach or their whole digestional tract with the mucous membranes that have been destroyed. So our mucous membranes get kind of ate away at, and sometimes you can tend to get ulcers or little pinholes in your intestines and stuff. And they call it diverticulitis. I never even knew it had a name until somebody asked me to do a video on it. But when you put back inside your body and plug it up with what it's already made of, just like if you have a flat tire, right? Or let's say when we used to ride our bikes as kids, you had that inner tube. Remember that inner tube for your bicycle? And then they had this little pack for your inner tube to seal up. You got to seal it up with something that was of the same type of material. So same thing with your stomach. Aloe vera, the inside of that leaf, that gel is just like the inside of that's like it mimics your mucous membranes. Short, yeah, Positive Vibes, yes. Yes, you do need to do it for you if you need that. I mean, the way you know you need it is if you have, man, Positive Vibes, all you need, it just takes one time to feel that feel good feeling. Once you catch that feeling, you know what you're going to always be chasing after. And when you don't have it, it means you need to do something like that, a cleanse or a supplement or something to get you back on track, because you want to stay with that feeling as long as you possibly can, especially since you're starting at such a tender young age. That's a beautiful age. So you start doing that now and you will age gracefully. And you will have energy and you will be able to do things that, your peers won't be able to do. Sea moss, bladderwrack, do you have to eat with that? When I drink just water, I get a lot of energy. Oh, okay. When you have the bladderwrack sea moss, that gives you energy. You don't have to eat with it. You can take it by itself. You don't need to eat with it. These things are so healthy, they don't need a chaser. They're very healthy. They're food. That bladderwrack and sea moss, man, you are of the sea. I don't know if you saw that one little clip I put in my video on grounding. It talked about how we're made of what the oceans are made of. That's what we're made of. So, the ocean is obviously more than 70% water, but there's a lot of plant life down in there, So you are water, and you're basically made of like sea moss, bladderwrack for the most part. So yeah, you don't have to eat with it. You can have it as is. And yes, when you drink it, I'm sure it gives you a lot of energy. It sends you to the bathroom. They say that stuff can help you when you're trying to fast. I never, hardly ever fast without being on supplements like that one. Digestive problems deter after losing weight. Yes, they really do. They tend to deter after you lose weight. And even if you do lose weight, you still have to be careful. And the reason I say that, Angela, is because do you remember what I said in our video when I said if you lose 50 pounds, you have to remember that you cannot eat what you used to eat when you were 50 pounds heavier. So if you're still having old habits, whether it's trying to eat as much as you used to eat, in quantity, or if it's trying to eat some of the quality of foods that you used to eat, no matter what, those can still mess with your digestive tract, So you got to be careful. But yeah, a lot of problems, y'all, start to heal themselves after you lose weight. It's kind of like our bodies are kind of like starfish. They say if a starfish loses an arm, it'll grow it back. So, our skin heals itself that way. And internally, our body tends to heal itself that way, just like Angela said, as long as you're giving your body everything and it is not lacking anything. Do I need to take vitamin D3 if I'm taking sea moss and bladderwrack capsules? Vitamin D3. D3, I have to look into that because I would guess that the answer is yes, that you still would want a little bit of vitamin D3. Yeah, that's what Angela said. Okay, good. Okay. Yep. I think so too. Because the sea moss and bladderwrack has way more to do with minerals. And the vitamin D3, vitamins are not necessarily considered minerals. So, are you D3 deficient? Yeah, that's a good question she's asking you, because if you're deficient, I would take the D3 with the sea moss and bladderwrack and then moringa. Oh yeah, I got some of that too, Angela. I got some moringa. I love that. I didn't realize it had D3 in it. That's awesome. All those greens are so good. Those green superfood powders are so good. Esme, I can't wait to get with her supplements. She's going to have some really good supplements. Super greens. Yes, they are. You was deficient a few months ago. Okay. Yeah, that D3, you need other stuff to help absorb it, like vitamin K. Did they tell you how many IUs you needed when they told you were D3 deficient? I wonder. But that bladderwrack sea moss, once you start taking it, you should start noticing a difference, a change in your body. You take 5,000. Okay. Good. It's vitamin D and K combined. Okay. Because I know you need the K to help you absorb the D. That's good. So you should be good. I would still take it personally. Yeah, I would still take it. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, yeah. So my husband used to need that stuff. Let's see. Positive vibe cleanse your liver. Yep. And then you can process it better. And that's the problem. We need to really cleanse our organs so that we can absorb this stuff. Have you guys ever heard that that mucoid plaque stuff is a myth? Do you believe that it's a myth? I believe that that's part of the hype to keep us blinded. And your numbers are good now. That's good. So when they keep monitoring your numbers, hopefully, as you take, see, this is a very good thing. I'm assuming that you've been taking your D3 combined with vitamin K for some time before you were taking the sea moss and bladder rack, if you have not started taking it already, the bladder rack and sea moss, because I know you were asking about it and that you were going to order it. So here's the thing about that, which is very good. You, yep, Angela, I can't wait to talk about that. Positive Vibes, since they have been monitoring your numbers with the D3 and the vitamin K, then, and your numbers are good. When you start taking the bladder rack and sea moss, what might start happening is that your numbers could possibly begin to elevate a little until they start tapering down your dosage of the vitamin D3 and the vitamin K. So that's usually what happens when you keep going to the doctor for checkups. If you're on certain, like, well, for you, that's just a good supplement, which is awesome. But some people are on meds, you know, like blood pressure meds and stuff like that, or insulin, right? So when they go get checkups, they adjust their meds as needed. So when they start doing healthy things, they don't need as high of a dosage that they used to take. So that's probably when you start taking your bladder rack sea moss, make sure you get your numbers checked again. So then you'll be able to see that you might not really need your the same dosage of D3. That mucoid plaque, I can't believe that they try to say that it's fake. So anyhow, the mucoid plaque blocks us from absorbing what we need to absorb in our intestinal walls. You said you saw your own. Man, that junk is the I'm usually not squirmish, but and I'll be talking about all kinds of stuff in my videos, and I'm always talking about elimination, but I don't know why. That just like, Whew. Yes. There's nothing like that feeling of cleaning your body up like that. I don't have any sisters. I was raised with boys. So, you know, we be talking about gross stuff. Growing up, we talked about gross stuff. So, you know, I'm about to risk losing some people here, but like they used to talk about like if you like have something in your nose and when you when you pull it out of your nose and it feels like it's coming from the back of your brain. It feels orgasmic. That's what it feels like when you clean out your intestines and you clean out as much as you physically can. Jerry, and I'm so glad that you laughing because I know most men be like, man, she being a little gross. Some men can't handle that mess. I'm like, I'm sorry. I am a counterfeit girly girl. I like to be girly, you know, but like I ain't even have my nails done in a long time, you know, because I'm counterfeit. I was raised with boys. So yeah. Man, don't it, Angela? Don't it? It feels so good. If like that's why I'm trying to tell Positive Vibes, when she get that feeling, you chase that feeling because it makes you feel so free, so light, so clean. That's why it makes you clean up around you, like scrubbing baseboards, because you want to be clean inside and out. You know, you said you didn't hear, yeah, okay, it's nothing you didn't hear, huh, Jarian? I am too. I am too. That's why I don't get grossed out easily. I'm just like, you know, I'm a chameleon. I can adapt to whatever because I done seen some stuff. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You guys, I'm so glad that you hung out with me. This is pretty cool. It's been an hour and I'm glad that I have a video here that I could have in place of my from Women and Men. I know that's right. I'm glad that I can have a video here that's posted because I need to be doing it like at least 2 a week. And I know for sure that I'll have my video for Monday. So, I mean, for Wednesday, rather, Wednesday at 9. So, positive vibes. I'm from Chicago. I grew up in Roseland. What side of Chicago are you from? I was on the south side in Roseland. You know about Roseland? I was there in the 70s and 80s. Yes, Angela, please do. We're gonna exchange information. As a matter of fact, Angela, I got your, I got your telephone number and stuff. So if you want to, I can send you my information. I would love that. You're going to find out some stuff, honey. If you come visit me, you're going to be like, wow, this is her story. I got a story, a crazy story. Okay, cool. Positive vibes. Let's see. You are the south side. Okay. You know what? I grew up there and then my parents moved us once. My brother, it was just too much stuff going on. It's hard raising boys in Chicago. That's number one. Number two, our house got broken into. And so you know how that is. Nobody feels comfortable in their home once it's been invaded like that. Yeah, Jarian. You know what, Jarian? There's a guy that I've been helping I've talked a little bit about him in our last video, how Kareem helped me with him. He is trying to get me to do a life story. And I'm like scared as all get out to do this story. But I need to do, my story will blow y'all mind. And I don't really like to talk about it because I don't like to implicate people like myself. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Anyway, yeah. So we lived in the, okay, I know I need to not be scared and do this story. Because guess what? When I do the story, I can share the rest of everything else I am carrying around. And that's the truth right there. It's wild out here, but at the same time, it's some decent areas around here. Yeah, that's right. Positive vibes. My brother, every now and then, he still goes to visit our old house in Roseland. Jarian, don't be scared to speak your truth from the throat chakra. You know what, Jarian? I would really love to tell my story, as my client said, to help other young women. And I do. I need to detox, you know? I need to do that. I need to detox. Yes, it will be my therapy, Angela. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? You was at work. Thank you. That is so sweet. You are at work. That was so sweet of you. I'm glad you came. I can't wait to meet some of you who are coming out. Well, you know, we'll see each other. You know, that's the positive vibes, no judgment zone. Speak your truth. Yep. You know, positive vibes. You know, life. So yeah, I'm gonna find the right time where I can tell my story in bits and pieces, because I'm telling you, my story is like a book. It's a trip. It's a trip. It's a hot mess. Wish I can make it. Yeah, I understand, Jarian. That's okay. There'll be plenty of times. So yeah, you good, Kevin? That's good. Cool. Yep, I'm gonna get this story out eventually, you guys. Yep. Yeah, Kevin, we just been talking about trying to be vegan and all that kind of stuff. We got a few vegans here. I'm not one of them. Thank you. Yep, y'all right. He's so sweet. Yeah, y'all. So I guess I'm going to get ready and end it here so I can pretend like I have other things to do because like I'm a busy mom and I'm supposed to be reading with my kids. So anyway, yeah, you know, my kids are homeschooled, so but yeah, I gotta get ready for the week and get ready for my 9 to 5, which is helping me support myself with this business right now. I know, Jerry, we're supposed to be reading ourselves our own research. That's what we could read to the kids. Let them learn them words. Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you. I love all you guys so much. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Most of you. I will see most of y'all in class. All right. You all have a really, really good night. Oh, Positive Vibes, you want to do a heavy metal detox? I will do a video. That's what I will. Love you too. Oh, thank you, Jarian. Hey, give everybody hugs and kisses for me. You have such a beautiful, beautiful family. Positive Vibes, I'm gonna hit you on that, okay? Look into, I want you to Google colloidal silver. Google that. That's usually good with a candida detox. Along together, that should help you with that. All right, you guys, have a really good night, and I'll talk to you soon.